This is how I would learn tech sales if I could start all over again. Now, for context, I'm 41 years old and I made a career pivot into tech sales in April of 2023. Before that, I've cleaned buildings, I've worked in warehouses, I created music, I've ran businesses, I've drove Uber and Lyft, I delivered DoorDash, I worked in traditional call center sales jobs, I even did some network marketing. Needless to say, I've done a lot in my big age. But January 2023, I decided I was going to break into the tech field via tech sales. From that day that I started this journey to the day I signed my first offer letter was 87 days. Now, how did I do it? And if I had to do it all over again, how would I do it faster? Stay tuned.
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the Tech.
What up? Welcome to Cut the Tech. I am your host. I am your guide. I am your boy Dre. My wife, my mother, and my grandmother, they all call me Andre. But y'all, if you are not those three ladies, don't call me Andre. Now, let's just get all the preliminaries out of the way. You know how we do on YouTube. If you're here and you're enjoying the content, if you're getting any kind of value out of the content, then what I need you to do, I need you to like the video. I need you to comment. I need you to share it. I also need you to subscribe and click the little notification bell so you can be up to date on everything that's going on here at Cut the Tech. Or don't. We don't care. Do what you want to do. It's your time with your YouTube experience. So, tech sales. That's what y'all are here to hear about, right? How did I do it? How did I get into the tech world? That was a question I had going on through my head beginning of last year. This is things that I heard. I heard that the money was good over there in tech. But I also had a belief that in order to get into tech, I've got to learn how to do something technical, right? I've got to learn how to code, which means I've got to go back to school and I've got to spend some time to try to figure out how to get a degree, all this good stuff. But look, at the time that I was trying to get into tech sales, I was working 2 40-hour-a-week jobs and doing DoorDash on the side. I was working 90 hours a week. And my wife was telling me, hey, you're good at tech. Why don't you go and figure it out? And I was like, when? When am I going to do that? I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But as I continue to do my research on this field and what it could be, what I learned is that this was a way for you to be able to get into tech without doing anything technical. All right. You didn't have to do any kind of coding. This was just an entry-level job into the tech space. So if you're someone who wants to get into tech, well, the tech sales seem like the first way to get in the door. I always look at it like breaking into the multiverse, right? Just get your foot in the door. And once you're in there, you can go wherever you want. And so as I'm looking at this, I'm looking at tech sales and I'm like, this doesn't seem too technical at all. In fact, I don't have to do any coding. I don't have to do anything technical. In fact, one of the people that I was talking to, they said, hey, can you talk to someone on the phone? I said, yeah. They said, can you send an email? I said, yeah. They said, well, you could be a SDR or a BDR. SDR and BDR are roles within the tech sales space. They are the first line of defense, right? They're pre-sales. SDR means sales development rep. BDR means business development rep. Now, those two things are interchangeable. They're pretty much the exact same job. So if you're someone who's looking to break into tech sales and you can talk to someone on the phone and you can send an email, the next thing you got to do is you've got to learn the role. So you've got to learn skills like active listening, how to prospect a company, cold calling. You've got to know the tech sales lingo. How do I talk the talk? When I walk in these rooms and I'm speaking to people who could give me a tech sales job, what is the lingo that they're looking for? Now, you can do this a couple ways. You could go the YouTube University route, right? Where you just try to figure it all out on your own, watching different videos, picking here, picking there, doing whatever you got to do. But I found the fastest way to be able to do it was what I did. I took a boot camp called Course Careers. Now, listen, I am a Course Careers advocate. I'm going to get that out in front of you right now. I am a graduate. I'm an alumni. I'm an affiliate. I am a coach, right? Course Careers, gang on mine. What was the thing that made me most interested about this and wanted to go all in on the Course Careers experience? A couple things. One, it was online. It was self-paced. I could do it from my phone. I could do it from my computer. I could do it from home. I could do it in the car. Anywhere that I needed to be, I could be taking the classes. The other thing about Course Careers is they help you go from someone who has zero experience whatsoever to a trained SDR, BDR in just a matter of weeks. So like I said, the best thing to do to get the skills as fast as possible is to take the course, right? It walks you through step by step. It teaches you all the different skills that you're going to need. Now, once you've got those skills, the real work starts to come in afterwards, right? So once you've got your certificate, you're ready to go. What do I do now? Now we've got to help you get a specialized SDR resume. Course Careers helps you with that. Next thing you got to do is you got to get your LinkedIn presence looking like you really are one of them when it comes to being an SDR, right? Course Careers is going to help you with your LinkedIn presence, but you can also get some extra coaching that's going to help you with that. In fact, speaking of coaching, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in a second. The next thing you do after you got your LinkedIn presence together is you take the skills that you learned from the Course Careers course to get your certificate, and you start to put those into action, doing the outreach that you need to get to the correct people who could give you the job that you're looking for. Always remember this: do the job of an SDR in order to get the job of an SDR. The last thing I would tell you about breaking into tech via tech sales is this: give yourself grace. It's very easy to go on YouTube and see tons of people like myself who are saying, hey, I broke into tech via tech sales. I did it in a couple of weeks, or I did it in a couple of months. Let me tell you something. Run your own race. Understand this. Give yourself the grace to know that you're learning a new skill and it's going to take time. Right? And so one of my mentors told me before, he said people go through 4 stages of learning anything new. The first stage, you're unconsciously incompetent, right? Most people come to this stage, they're super arrogant. They're feeling like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to make it happen as quickly as possible. They have no idea what they're doing. They're unconsciously incompetent. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know that they don't know what they're doing, right? But the next step is where you go to becoming consciously incompetent. It's where you start trying it, and then you start realizing, I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. This is where most people quit, but I promise you, if you don't quit there, if you continue to work through it, you'll reach the next level, which is where you become consciously competent. Now, when you're consciously competent, that means you're starting to get the hang of it. You're getting good at it, but you're still thinking about it, right? Think about driving a car, right? The first time you got in the car, you know what you were doing. The first few times you drove a car, you knew 10 and 2. I got my hands 10 and 2. You're paying attention to everything. But eventually you go from that stage to the 4th stage, which is unconsciously competent. That's where you're doing it, and it's like clockwork. It's just easy. You've been doing it so long, you put in your reps that it's just the easiest, most natural thing to do. And so listen, as you're going through this process and you're learning how to be an SDR or a BDR and you're breaking into tech, understand you're going to go through those 4 different stages. So it's okay. Give yourself the grace to be able to grow. So look, if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to assume 1 or 2 things. Either 1, you really like my content, and I thank you for that. Right? Or 2, you really want to start a career in tech sales. If that's the case, do me a favor, hit my link below in the description, the one that says cut the 50 at the end, and sign up for the free introductory course. Again, it costs you nothing. It's a free course. Just go through it, see if it's something that you like. If you do like it and you decide that you want to purchase it, then that link that I sent you will save you $50 on the course. Remember, friends don't let friends pay retail. One more thing that I would have done if I could make it go a little bit faster when I broke into tech is I would have found some coaching. I would have found somebody who could help me go through the process. Now, at the time, Course Careers didn't have it as prevalent to find coaches. It's a little bit harder to do, and I found a few people I connected with on social media who had done it, and I just kind of picked their brains. But now we've got some real life experience coaching available to the Course Career students. Now, myself, I am a coach with Course Careers. I offer my students a couple things. 1, I offer them one-on-one coaching. So if you want to get personal one-on-one time with me where I can help you, I help you get through everything like getting through the course, exam prep, interview prep, help you with your LinkedIn presence, just all that different stuff. I make sure that I work with my students hand in hand until they land the job. And to this day, I've helped over 40 different students land a job. Another way that I help is through our live cohorts, right? Again, Course Careers is self-paced, but if you're someone who likes to learn in a classroom setting, we are doing live cohorts, right? We go through the entire course live, week by week, in a classroom setting. And so there'll be a couple of other students there that you can learn from. You get me as an instructor, super interactive. I personally answer all the questions that you have. And so those are available, but they fill up extremely fast. So go book one of those before it fills up, because once it fills up, Then you just have to wait for the next one to come along. So look, again, we are here to help you guys. I started my YouTube channel with the whole purpose of I'm going to go over here and see if the tech world is real. And if it is, I'm going to come back and tell everybody. I'm going to try to put them on. And so I am telling you, listen, this is the best way for you to be able to break into tech. At least the best way that I found. All right, so if you need any help, holla at your boy. And because you're CTT family now, you're going to be able to go out and tell these companies our motto. And our motto is what? Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech. You heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.